Welcome to a nice little gorilla stream that I've decided to do because I was just sitting around watching anime and decided, oh, I've got a couple minutes. Let's just go ahead and stream. Unfortunately, a fly got into the house. You won't be able to hear it, but it's been going for my head a lot. So we'll see if that becomes the most annoying thing ever. Anyway, let's just dive into things. We got a bunch of blue quests today, so we're gonna be trying the Reanimator deck again, which is a poor excuse for a Reanimator deck, but on the other hand, it might work. I feel like there's a lot more work we could put into this deck. I'm just not sure. I crafted 2 cards for it over the last little bit. Oh, great. Let's see if they pop up. No. I think we need a mulligan for removal. It's Roffalos. Snuff out works. The opponent's going first? Sure. I guess there is a priority to these things, and Swiftfoot Boots would be probably one of the cards that you want to do. Absolutely fucking not, Claire. Okay, the opponent is seen enough. Wrench thrown directly into play. I did a bunch of rearranging of my hobby room the other day, and now one of the 3D printers doesn't reach the backup power supply, so I have 2 options now. I either plug it directly into the wall, which isn't the worst thing, but if there's a minor blip in the power, then I lose whatever print it's on. Option B is I buy a power supply, which would cost me 2 to 3 times as much as I paid for the actual printer. Because it's such a sudden draw when it's warming up. That's a lot of bullshit. Sure. Fortress Cant is pretty bad for us. Not gonna lie. Just trying to casually feel like if they tap out to cast Burrow, then they're not holding up Cryptic Command. Okay, so they're not holding up Cryptic Command, which is gonna give us Arden? Let's see if I can get anything better. Oh, we don't have the... Okay. That. And just cycle through the library a little bit more. Mole Drifter? Sure. They are tapped out, so this would be the time to do this. There was Quandrix. Horse. Yeah, that's good. Love to see that. Get rid of that, and I don't think they're gonna do that. Okay. You do Mind Stone into Cabrera? Arden. Grizzlebrand. Activate Grizzlebrand. Discarding that. And... no, that's actually pretty good. That, and I guess that... Submit 3? Discard 4 cards. Okay. And... this one. Burrow. Very nice. Burrow goes bye-bye. We take 6, of course. Combat. Grab Arbiter of Woe. Mystical, I don't think we need. The Swamp we definitely don't need. What's he doing? Bouncing that? That definitely won't hit his thing. Non-token creature. Gets an Earthbender Ascension. Alright. discarding, I suppose, the X. Bring back that thing. And he discards a card. Get in there. Main phase 2, let's go ahead and we have a deep cavern back, so this into this. Take that. And then in the turn, we will grab it at their upkeep, discarding, let's see, island, swamp, swamp, and our Nighthawk. Handwalker's fine. They didn't tap it, so they don't have anything instant. Which, you know, we can see all of their information. Fine. Taking them off of mana definitely limits their options. They get a land. Okay. Was there a land in their hand? There was. It enters tap, sir. I have a reanimate. Nothing really good to hit with it though, so we'll just discard the Emeritus. Getting Emeritus. YOLO swing. Nope. It all came together in the end. Oh, wild card. Atlantis attacks. No. That's a cool Leviathan, though, but no. So we have a rare wild card now. Let's see what we can get. So, as far as... 7+ drops rare that we don't have. Exile, no. Hullbreaker Horror might be a thing. Sidewinder would probably be a lot of cards. Reach was good. Armagon could be a thing just because we don't have a lot of direct removal. Galactus? Enters exile a permanent. I don't hate that. It comes back as a flying trample indestructible 5/5. Or just whatever. Or a 4/4, rather. Exiling a target permanent on entry is not bad. That's some pretty good value, actually. Cavero is Galactus. That's not a creature. Let's see what the internet has to say. We'll just check EDH Rec. See what the top recommended post for Cavero is. We of course are using Cavero because it's more on brand with the channel. Don't want anything from the new set. Bringer of the Last Gift? Player sacrifices all other creatures they control, then each player returns all creature cards from the graveyard they weren't playing. Yeah, I mean, it's right there. That is... Yeah. I mean, that just kind of answers the question, doesn't it? All right. Well, that was pretty easy. Gran again. I see absolutely no way in this game. Gran was our turn 1 play last game, and it lasted till the end of the game. This is the opposite of that. Classic Bajuk Fog, it has to come down early, so... Doesn't really do anything for Dotco. Two mana, I don't think we want, we could Undead that way, that just mills us. Puts the Mara in the graveyard. And 2 lands, which we didn't necessarily need. There's Craven, what do? Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a Grace power dies, put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, we'll block. We'll get back Gran. Bill. But your guy has hexproof. Absolutely fucking not. What is happening? Yeah, we'll see if we hit something with this, because then we can curve that directly into play if we get something good. Otherwise, we'll just, let's send back permanents. Oh no, yeah, there it is. Return 2 other target non-land permanents. Okay. Good enough for me. Cards in hand? Where we're going, we don't need cards in hand. He's back. Keep the island in hand. We may, if he murders the commander again, then that's whatever. Sure, you just have every removal spell known to you. But eventually, we're going to be able to do something. We'll just evoke this. Maybe we can cast something else off of it. Or not. You know, that's also an option. It's something. Franco. There's an emeritus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can cast Cavero and get it back, but we wouldn't be able to emeritus. We'd be able to ancestral recall because of decisions that we made. Okay, that's too many basic lands. Stop giving me the opponent's graveyard, please. Arbiter. Use it or lose it, pal. Ah, hell. See, I'd really like to do the reanimator thing at some point in this game, but no. No, basic lands. How about those? Fucking... Do we need more draw discard? You'd think we'd have enough. Creature responds. even have a Cursed Marauder. I don't think that going hexproof is the way to go. Honestly. Sure. Let's lose. Shockingly comes up a lot because our deck is just not good. Arbiter, I don't think it's going to cut it. Like, we've had him come up a couple times and he just does not. Simply doesn't. The old Secret Lair Iron Man. There's no black in this hand, but it does have Hydroponics Expert and Flow State, but it's super awkward. Okay. I've changed the equation. Pray I do not change it further. Goodbye, Quantum Riddler. You have been a treat. Alright, now I need to find a way to get this Grizzled Ram card. Where he's sort of stuck right now. There's nothing in the yard, so... They will likely try and cast their commander this turn. They didn't. Quantum Riddler, but then they get their commander. I don't think we will. We'll just hold up. Not a whole hell of a lot we can do. We could throw down the Quantum Riddler. See if they have anything to do about it. We did not hit a land. This deck is feast or famine with lands. Either we get all the lands or we miss land drops. Donate. And gets a 3-drop. And the Reckon Synthesizer's pretty alright. Yeah, you can get the 6/6. There's that at least. See what you got. No to that. Incoming. 79, 10, 11, 12, 13. We could take this hit. They are tapped out. It'll be preventing 6 damage. Might give us a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw a land, sure, you can have that back. Not a great land to draw. Yep, we never got it. Gotta be missing something. There's some kind of sauce that we just don't have, that other reanimator decks do. What could it be? Ooh, Mjolnir. Not in our colors at all. Considering for Ruby, though. Ruby is the most worthy. Rathalos again. Well, that's hard mulligan for the removal. Requiting Hex is... we go first? Okay. Nope. Give him the hello. Knows he's in a difficult situation. Is it a creature, or is it a land he's getting? I've only just realized how ratty this sock is that I put on today. Like, I knew that it was kind of thin, and there was... I could feel the floor hold underneath me, but I didn't realize that there was a gigantic frickin' hole in it. I guess I should have. This Saga's toast. A noxious newt. Alright. Seems like a fun multi for Eat it. No rest, no mercy, no matter what. We will get a Realm of Co. So we got 5, so we can hold out that and Necromancy technically. We'll just hold out multiple removal spells. We'll just drop down the 1/1 if literally nothing happens. But even if nothing happens, we still got the Bitter Triumph discarding Arden. Arden's not the best thing to have in the yard just because there's not much else. There is something though, which is nice. Court of Calling for 2. What the heck could he possibly be getting? I mean, I would have got the Sky Shroud Tutor that gives Shroud by sacrificing a land. Personally, I think that that's probably the best. But what is he thinking of it to? There's a couple of hexproof dorks. Ah, Gala Graders. A force multiplier, sure. Yep. Meh, he cry. Draw me some cards, Ogden. They were lands. Do we kill his guy? I think we kill his guy. Well, no, we need the target removal. We need /want. For example. I could do this all day. He realizes he can't. No, not that. Not drawing cards. There is a cycle of conniving stuff in this new set. Is it worth it to do some of those? Yeah, okay. What are the best connive cards other than that one? Zemo. I don't think we have enough. Like, there's a lot, but there's not enough. MODOK. MODOK might be good enough. It's very expensive, though. Leader? Might actually be good enough. In fact. Just slowly get better. Jeez. Alright. I'm usually loath to craft stuff from new sets, but it's an uncommon. Like, it's fine. Cathartic Operation. Shockingly, not good in a Reanimator deck. I had that in my hand once and realized I didn't want it at all. Storm. This is the one that gives spells storm when storm storms. Which is good for her. The Jukabog, you were just never relevant. That's rough. You're not bored enough, do you? Stock up this turn. They're not playing their commander, which is good. We will get the mana leak in that lane. So next turn they can recast Storm, but then we can mana leak it. Which is great. I have 2 untapped blue. You should fear for your life. The opponent probably doesn't have actual storm in their hand. No, that's rampant. I don't like that. Where's my unburial ones? Third alive, whatever. Just some demons, you know. As you do. We're good. I mean, I had fun. Sorry as I am to say, for playing a big ol' party pooper. What was that achievement? Party of none? Win a game without casting a single creature spell. Yep. Ooh, hell yeah, it lands, am I right? That is, in fact, the best emote in the game. Because you miss like 2 land drops and you're like, lands, am I right? This guy, this fucking guy, I hate him so much. We have a Ruby deck, right? And it's our little baby, and we've been raising it since birth. The problem with this motherfucker is this vestigial blue right there on the front side of it, meaning that I can't run it in my goddamn rule deck. I'm literally so upset just all the time. We'll keep the... we'll toss back... We need a creature. Well, we got Bear. We'll toss back that and that. That comes right back to us now. You're trying to do, and I don't like doing it. Yeah. The opponent knows where this one's going. You know, it's interesting. In all the time that I've played this deck in particular, we haven't hit anybody that is very good to reanimate their stuff. We need the surveil thing, because this is ridiculous. 3 mana, kinda need it. Because at least we can Withering Torment the Blind Obedience if they don't do anything else. Creature control attacks alone gets +1/+1 tap creature defending player controls. Okay. That may become relevant at some point. We got this, giving us 2, we could have 3. He doesn't give us anything, so let's just put this down tapped. Getting all the MDFCs. No, you think I'm doing something? I'm walk yourself, bro. That's super unfortunate for our opponent. They're just not drawing anything. Actually, Malboro might have been the thing to keep because it would have been more proactive than Massacre Worm. We're probably fine to do this here. Oh my god. We don't even have flow state activate. It is a sorcery though, so I think that it counts itself. Let's see if it does. We'll toss down the boy. Oh no. Do Vagabond, it's fine. Spread these nuts. Why can't I do that? Oh, he's black. Oh, there's a guy. Yeah, you can kill him, but it's going to cost you your entire board. Which is great. I love that for me. No block, it's fine. Sir, you're dodging my removal. That's not cool. I don't care. This game's done. When the opponent just has a black commander and hoses a bunch of your interaction. Can't snuff out the squall. I guess I need to look at the rest of my hand instead of just the Gemstone Cavern while going second. Probably something to do. Oh, Katara! I'm taking a mental health. We didn't come here to run a casual queue into Katara. Hit monkey. Oh, that could be a problem. No interaction, but we can't interact with them anyway? Sure. Oh, they got the Battle Pass shield. That's cool. Well, this is going nowhere good fast. Send back that and that. Maybe we should run a stifle effect just for quantum. It doesn't save us a lot of mana, but nice library. don't have either of those. It's down here. You have to select 0. Okay, so... I'm getting down to the weeds of it. We got nothing to do. All these card draws on a single sacrifice effect. Still no artifacts. Yep. We could drop. You have protection for what now? Black and red. Okay. First strike? No, just protection for black. Okay. We've got stuff in here, so we'll just get Arden. Arden has lifelink stapled onto his demons. One's got something to do. I don't know what. Is this some kind of fight? They got a good sword against us, though. Pro Black is really good. Yes. I'm throwing away Kiora to do this. And giving our opponent 6 life. But that's not really our problem. At least we got rid of the wolf. That could be handy. Whenever you attack. I'm gonna block that. What can I do? Oh, buddy. It's Arden. Ooh, to combat. Menace. Yeah, we're taking that action. 0 life. Yep. And we're just getting killed by aggro. Huzzah. Let's get a pack to soothe our wounded soul. The golden pack does soothe the soul a little bit. The 10 rings! Actually good. Because the target of a civilian draw a card. I don't know if that's good enough. Arc Reactor. I don't think that's good enough for thing either. However, 10 rings I think is a Ruby card. So for 8 mana, draw back up to 10. Yeah, seems all right. Let's check the top end. What do we have that refills hands that we're specifically using for that purpose? Nothing. Okay, cool. Is it time to abandon Dracoseth? Oh, also I realized that this card, they give you 4 copies of it in the something as they're doing for the Mastery Pass. It's more expensive now, I believe, but you do get a bunch of, or at least the pre-price was more, but they're giving you a shit ton of rare cards and mythics. Like they give you 4 copies of a bunch of stuff just for getting different levels, and this Hulk is one of those. Anyway, gosh. I think it's time for our boy, because he's just too slow. I would rather draw fuck tons of cards. Alright, so that's enough of Reanimator for now. We played half the stream with him. Now we're going to go back to what we always do. We are currently grinding for, if you hadn't noticed, we are grinding for World War I. Baron Zemo. So this is possibly a combo deck. Most likely a hard control deck that's trying to reanimate a bunch of stuff out of the yard. Hey, Tiny Bones. How you doing? Starting with the Witch's Cottage. That bodes well. Entomb. That bodes ill. What's your condition? You have to need exile any number of block cards with 15 or more. Okay. So we will toss. Well, we do have the Tooth and Nail. If we can get there, we'll toss the Wheel Path. This isn't the 12 box is pretty rough. We both just can't draw lands. the Great Land Shuffle. Now, if I can draw another untapped land, that'll fucking do it. Alright, we are back in this game. Good game. Interesting smallpox play. His deck was like, 2 lands, you take it or leave it. He did what I did. Saw 2 lands in the hand, was like, good enough. Enough. We'll draw a 3rd one. And then everything's gonna just go daisies. Damn this fly. There was a bug zapper. Would it be worth it to plug a bug zapper in here to try and hunt down 1 fly? The black one. Hand's fine. What do you do? Get a tap Vibranium token, artifact spell, 5 or greater, put 2 plus impulsive counters. Indestructible, can't be cast. Okay. Okie dokie. Glacier. No. Not that we could ever get it back, but I like it right now. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ragnaros the Fire Lord. I didn't know that was in here. Uh-oh. Bro's got Infinity Stones. Oh no. Are we good, chat? Look at me. I am the rep deck now. So if they don't play some non-land, non-creature permanent, I guess we could take their land. I guess we won't. This is fine. Super fine. We could also Kogla. No, the Master Source. And we will throw this at that. Because Calamity Chomping Masasaur is hilarious and worth doing. Boom, boom. We'll get rid of 10 rings and doesn't matter. Ruby, so whenever we play the Reanimator deck, we're playing on hard mode because Kavero is a much better commander, and the recent matchmaking changes make it so that commander is heavily weighted as far as matchmaking. So when we use Ruby, we'll typically fight opponents of lower MMR and lower powered commanders, whereas Kavero, my MMR is decent. It's not great. I have like a 60% win rate on Ruby, but don't have the deck tracker up, so I can't prove my point. I was going to say, yeah, Kavero's just a rough attempt. There's no... I'd take the Ice Till if there's a fetch land, but as it is, that's a free mulligan. This is also going to be a mulligan, but not free, so we're going down to 6 because there's no ramp. Now we have the Ice Till and a fetch, so we'll take that. And we'll toss back the Sylvan Primordial because it can't fetch the commercial district. Hour of Devastation, the opponent is going to be playing artifacts, so it's a toss-up whether that will actually be useful. I don't think it's going to be good enough. And we've got enough creature removal in our hand that it's probably fine to let it go. That's a lot of freaking touchlands. We're going to be hurting ourselves a lot for this. We'll grab the mountain now. The base. We've got Affinity or something. Creature card in the graveyard, okay. Affinity 2 for creature cards in graveyard. No 4 cards. No, my things. This is the first thing. Let's...
I will mend this.
Did I have fun? Yeah, our opponent didn't do shit. Daring Operative. We're picking up a bunch of achievements we've never seen before. Were we close or... No, okay. This one is just... Black Widow. Daring Operative. Enters mill 3 cards, deals combat damage to player. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in my graveyard. Interesting. Is that a Cavero card? I feel like it might be. Desert Master of the Bridge. We had some trouble with one of these guys the other day. Lots of green, no red though. This will be a risky keep. Lots of red, no green though. This will be a risky keep. Green and red and black. So we'll go ahead and keep this. The opponent is blue, so Domri is probably worth the keep. So I guess we're tossing back Vorinclex. We'll draw something good, right? Yeah. We'll draw a threat. The deck's full of them. Map. Map is better than that, but we already have one. That's super unfortunate. Alright, give them a belated hello, but I was taking game action, so I think that it's worth it. Baleful Strix. Okay, so they draw a card, and they have a Flying Death Touch blocker on their team, which is going to be rough.
Have at it, boys.
Let's not attack into the Strix. Yeah, you probably do. Alright, so let's... No. Alright,
They can only punish you if they catch you.
you. Alright, you.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, you. Alright, Try to do for green. Cornerstone. Probably hits me. We hit ramp. Did we put the gate? Yes, we did. Okay, so we can get gate and. Are you an artifact? Yes, you are. Looks like a real bird. Now, because of the amount that we've ramped, we could use Kogla to fight the Baleful Strix.
Oh, looks like you're all mouth
Montgomery.
and no hands.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Send in the clowns! Kogo's pretty good. If you can actually get his second ability held up, he's pretty darn resilient. And I don't want to be entirely freaking bodied. Aw, man. I didn't want to be bodied by a 1/1. Always rough. If we drop 4, we wouldn't have enough. If we do that, though, we could reach the horizon, but then we could also reach the horizon in Forest after we played the Wildgrove Summoner. Ruby comes down, and Ruby goes in. I forgot the Ruby was in the hand and not in the command zone, so she only costs 2 still. Nope. My ramp has turned into 3/4. This is pretty good. Arise technique. Too cute. Sneak. Target creature gets +2/+3. Target creature is -3/-3. What a cool check. Play green cards. Get some green stuff. Pretty alright. I think the Yoran Colossus is a hexproofy guy, which would be worth picking up just because we have rough times with counter spells, so it's not really something we need to pay attention to, but hexproof definitely would come up. I have another version of this deck that I'm trying to figure out that has a whole bunch of cards with hexproof and can't be countered in it. This hand is awkward because of the Arid Archway. We have colors, but not enough colors. You never really want to see the Arid Archway in the hand. Okay, this is fine. The opponent going first is rough, because they can just drop Commander into Commander. Interesting. Do they have removal? They might have removal. They likely have some form of removal. You did it. You looked at your deck, sir. Reach for that horizon. So we'll grab Starting Town and we got Vorinclex, so we're probably good on that. knock out some mountains since we're relatively even. We've got 3 green sources. We can cast anything in our deck. Even if Ruby goes dead because shield's down. Jeez, they're doing a bunch of stuff. What the hell? The Mystic too? So we need... Oh, okay, that's a forest. We will go ahead and drop the gate. No attacks because they could just drop the Tommy. And we don't want to give up our protection spells just to kill a Kami. Though it would probably be worth it, I'm going to be honest. And then again, they might just not block. I don't know. I think it's better to keep it up just in case I need to protect Vorinclex. The tempo swing of having Vorinclex versus not having Vorinclex is much better than just doing free damage or killing a Mana Dork. As big a Mana Dork as it is. Yep. You a big boy. Yep. That's pretty good. We've got a lot of cards in hand. I don't know what we're going to be able to do. We have Death Touch. We could trade Vorinclex for Bebop. Or we just take 4. And you would lose... no blocks. It's fine. Now, if we had one of the indestructible ones, then that would be hot. Like, Tamio's protection would have been great there. Alright, so... Not that. We could go in with Zakao to draw a card. I think Atali's the better play right now. Yeah. We'll get rid of the Kami. Dare we attack yet? No. We still only have 1 mana available. Bill looks pretty good, though. They might not be able to deal with that. God, I love the fact that Atali casts the thing. And we got them. Green stuff. He plays green stuff. The deck statistically has more green than red. It wants to be doing green on like turn 2 and 3 and 4. Breh. You throw goats at people? Hey, 10 rings. We might get it to go off because Might Storm, Weak Storm. Sure. You are a 4/4 that does lifelink and flying, gain life this turn, exile cards as a non-land card, cast that card without paying its mana cost is less than the amount of life gain. Sure. Life gain decks are possibly difficult. Life, that's great. We're getting critical district. Trumpeting, that is a 6-drop, which is a good pull. No attacks. Pulled up the royal treatment, because they're probably going to try and kill Ruby. If I was them, I would. They're in some pretty decent place to deal with. We might be aggroed down, so I'm going to take this instead of Delightful. Reach gets us land, but Invasion gets us a body, if we can deal with it. Now, if they deal with Ruby, we Trumpeting. If they don't deal with Ruby... Or, actually, we should might start this down. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Nothing
jeez.
is more important than family.
You don't have life, do you? Okay, so we didn't draw land, so we can just Mike Stone, assuming so. A bit of a Johnny. A bit of a Johnny. If it's worth saving, then it's worth killing twice. Are you gonna throw a cat at me? Okay. Talisman offense for good. Still haven't drawn that, so we'll just there's some lands. Ooh, actually, Hulk could come down and wreck shop. Except he breaks 10 rings. We finally get 10 rings to go off, and then I immediately consider throwing it away.
Your guide
right.
and guardian.
So this into we'll fight your commander. He's back. Ooh, Mom, that's potentially pretty difficult.
My allies stand strong.
Yeah. Block. Get that. So we could do a bunch of stuff. I think we want to Tali. Yeah, Tali's more value. We get 2 things. So our Ascendant's rough, as we are on the top. Approaching Dragonstorms. Fine, we're ramping. Let's do Forest. Do we attack with anything? Sure. Our opponent will probably let us have this. Now we can cycle Migration Path because it's probably not that good. Another artifact. Good. Hulk's getting better. Ten Ring's really not doing much for us. Okay.
Stand by my side, friend.
Actually, Vorinclex would be pretty horrifying. Should have done that. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yep, you got it. You fly now. Oh. That doesn't even have lifelink. What could our opponent be thinking? So we don't have anything with reach currently. We'll just block the Kithkin. The One Ring. Oh. Okay. Sure. Drop this here Vorinclex. Chorus. We will. Maybe the Tolly. Send in the Clown. No, actually, he's good for now, so no attacks. In turn, damn the one. Alright, we'll get him next turn. If we survive... Now, we have a bunch of board wipes.
Thank you for the aid.
Most of our board wipes at this point will win us the game. Is there a chance, though, that we just lose? Yeah. I think we were one turn too late with the Vorinclex. We should have seen that. Or drop the Primordial. Yeah, I think we played that game all wrong. We just got excited by Ten Rings, which did do good. But I don't think drawing 2 cards per turn was as good as it could have been. Without the mana to play it. Ten Rings into Vorinclex would have set us up for a much different game. I think I played all of the wrong cards. We should have just played all of the opposite ones. And then getting the One Ring on the turn that we could flip the Tolly was pretty rough. Alright, Lumra. Lumra is possibly a combo deck. I go first with 2. This is one of the worst hands I've ever seen. 2 and no ramp. I'll send that back. We got no ramp in this one as well, but we got Breaching Dragonstorm. And Storms Rat to deal with their thing. It's rough, I don't think so. There we go. That's fine. So we'll toss back the big things. We'll keep 1 of each. And we'll hard search for... What do you have priority sticks on? This isn't playing right. We need a land. I guess that's fine. Yeah, you got it. We do a little dirtling. Well, that is not what I wanted to say. Could you stop? This is why I hate landfall decks. Oh look, he's playing another land. Oh look, he's playing another land. Oh, he didn't have it. Invasion. I'll hold back. For now. Well, that could be a problem. Definitely a problem. That doesn't solve my problem now, does it? That and that. Nope. Nope. I wish that green had access to a 1-mana indestructible slash death touch. No. The opponent took far too many game actions. Need more lightning bolts. Oh, damn this fly. Why are you on this side of the house? There's not a cat litter box to be found. On the other side of the house. You bastard. Kill you. Let's do a little test here. I'm going to grab my my cup and see if I guess I'll go back on the recording. Let me know if you can hear water being poured. Sounded relatively quiet to me. Is that the same idiot? I really should memorize their names because the matchmaking will still occasionally toss you in against the same opponent multiple times. Alright, Tony Stark. Just straight up, just the man, the myth, the legend. I'm going first with the Gemstone Caverns in hand. The rest of the hand's fine though, so we'll take it. We'll drop the gate first. Into Ruby. Take a point of damage, you two. We'll all take a point of damage. Now they may just drop their commander here. No. Okay. That's a choice. We'll do Forest for colors. This for colors. See what they do. Boy, you can't be targeted. Okay. Why are you tapping everything? We'll throw the map at him. I want something that's not mapped. Weird. Wanted to attack with Ruby. Why wouldn't it let me attack with Ruby? Okay, I don't know what that is, but... We'll throw Boring Clutch on him. Put him on a clock. You got any life gain, sir? Because I have Throne of the Visage in hand. He's got the Invincible Iron Man. You got any lifelink in there? That's pretty good. That was a Transformer sound. I heard the sound of a Transformer transforming. Now that's a set that I would love. Alright, what do we get? Gamber Kotish. 3 +1/+1 counters. Draw a card for each creature you control with a counter on it. Hexproof. And then the Rider. And Warriors of Wakanda. Only having one keyword on it, though, there's better cards. Earth's Mightiest Heroes? We were looking for that one, too. Okay, we'll grab that, as long as it's there. And what are we losing for it? It looks 8 cards deep, and we could get all the creatures in there. We're kind of getting to the point where I think we have to ditch Thunderous Debut. That looks up 20 cards, though. Okay, never mind. What else? Maybe the only path? It's a bit slow, I will be honest. Helps with grindier games, but I think we might have to do without it. It grinds very well, but it doesn't quite get us potentially like 6 creatures into play. Alright, Anina is Feast or Famine, as far as I have been able to determine. They always run a bunch of counter spells though, which is annoying as sin. Give me land. That's a land. One that doesn't even hurt me. That's pretty good. Bolt the bird.
When I'm finished here, there'll be nothing left but dust.
No attacks. We'll keep the crop rotation up so that we can toss one of our lands to get a yeah, a thing. So we'll toss this first, which then becomes a magical air archway, which will send back the starting town. Commercial district, because it gives us a scry at least. What's on top? Command tower. A little bit late for it. Trumpeting? Trumpeting's not bad. Just kill this thing, give us a turn. We're playing a very dirty
that I
game,
recognize
so.
is chaos.
Look at me. I'm the control player. One ring. Okay. I guess he's birdling now too. We will get a...
I bow to no one.
That's rough. No attacks, I suppose. Okay, World Breaker does, in fact, deal with the One Ring.
I wish you could see your face when I'm beating you.
Goodbye. It is our One Ring answer. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, you don't like him? Oh, you got a bunch of targeted stuff? Or he's just reading our cards? He's just reading everything. He's just mad. Maybe he's got something that targets multiple things. Like some kind of command or clone of some kind. You would want his commander in play for that, but sometimes you just can't have that. I think Atali might be terrible in this matchup. Because we're more than likely going to hit an X cost from him, which would do nothing.
Oh, I wish you could see your face while I'm beating you.
Conjure random creature with mana X. Okay. If he wants that, then...
What's that? Something smells rotten.
If he's willing to tutor
Wait,
for
might
that,
be
then
me.
I don't want him to have it. We will... Give up the Glacier. Deal with that. And... I suppose... We'll attack that. That's fine. Until I can still block. Like it didn't even give me the Ornithopter because X can't be 0. I couldn't even cast that spell. Right. Ruby's probably dead. Or the Chomping Mastosaur. Trading with the Chomping Mastosaur is probably the best thing you can do.
We won't
Oh,
wait
he's
for
not gonna
that.
fight. Alright. Well...
I can burn you to cinders, ashes, or the ground. Time to crank up the heat.
That's fine. We will go in this to there, this to space, this to space. Send away this to shoot that.
I'll be back after I lick my wounds. You'll see. I've lived with
Green.
animals my entire life. Explains a lot, actually.
I was counting their mana for one big X spell. Healing into the late game with this one, boys. That's a lot of elves. Yeah. So Chandra could take care of the 1/1 elves, and then the ring could tap down Marwyn, and then we just beat him to death. Okay, well that was fun. I think that this was worth doing. Next time, still no schedule because my life is a train wreck and I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm not sure where we want to go with this channel. It's just we're not receiving anything anywhere, no feedback at all. And the very few people that have told about it don't show up to streams. No shade on them, people are busy, but like, Sure would be nice to have a devoted follower. Someday. We'll get there. Okay, I guess I will go and start... What am I gonna do? We're gonna go back to watching anime. Okay, see you later. Bye.